So now let's talk about contact center components and how they solve business challenges. And we'll look at this briefly. Here's an article from the Salesforce blog related to CTI integration. That is an acronym that you'll need to know for the exam. CTI means computer telephony integration. And there was a diagram in here that showed some of the key components of a contact center and gives more details around how CTI works. And so I wanted to make you aware of this particular article. Encourage you to read that, and then also this diagram. Once you scroll down, I'll open this in a new tab to show you a larger view of this. And the idea behind this diagram is some of the components of a contact center or call center. And so you've got your client or prospect, and then you've got an inbound call coming in. And New Voice Media, they're a third-party company that works with Salesforce quite a bit. And here's some of the different components as far as PBX and IVR and call queuing, etc. And then they show an API integration. So there's the idea of doing OpenCTI into Salesforce, and then you can do either call center agents at office or at home or on a mobile phone, for instance. And so there's several different acronyms that you need to become familiar with, such as IVR. And so I'm also going to show you a blog article here provided by TalkDesk, which is another different software company, but they have a good list of acronyms that you'll find in call centers like ACD, automatic call distribution, AHT, average handle time. We've talked about that one before. And then some of the other ones that we were just looking at, such as IVR, is interactive voice response. PBX would be private branch exchange, which has to do with branching calls to different places. And so I'll link to this as well. And so the main thing here is that you need to become familiar with the different typical call center components and become familiar with some of the different acronyms, because you'll find these on the exam and need to understand the idea behind an IVR, PBX, and some of the other acronyms that you'll find. And as a reminder, we'll be going through a lot of this and reiterating a lot of this in the subsequent sections of this course. And we're coming to the end of this particular section related to industry knowledge. We'll get into a practice activity, a section level quiz, and then we'll get into the next section after this one. So now for the next lecture, it's a text lecture, and how these work is that I provide you with optional Trailhead modules that you can do. Now you can go through these now or later or reference them at another time. This isn't required activities, but it does provide you with some hands-on exercises and practice activities to apply what you're learning in each section of the course. So at the end of each section, you should find a practice activity text lecture followed by a quiz. And both of these are designed to reinforce your learning in each section before you move on to the next. And so as I mentioned, those are optional, but now let's get ready to do those practice activities and get into Trailhead.